Hello, hello, hello. You're coming to YouTube Live number 56. David, please let me know about the sound. I had a little problem with the mic setup. I don't know if it's loud enough or too loud or whatever. Let me go on. Hopefully, David, let me know if we got it. Liam Hodgins is here. Liam and I go way back. Liam does these great shorts. Oh, great, Liam. Thank you. The Liam does these great short history videos, and I bet you Liam and I have known each other a year or so now. Liam's a wonderful young man. Okay, let's start. Last week I forgot it. I won't forget this week. We always start with the Web Water Credo. Work hard, rock hard, eat hard, sleep hard, grow big, wear glasses if you need them. 9,797 subscribers. Picked up a few this week. 4,332,701 views. Want to say shout out to Spooks Johnson, Degree, and Chris Young on Instagram. Chris bought a. Can't you see we got a situation, David? Is that what you wanted, David? How was that? I hope, man. Liam, you haven't been here for a few weeks. We're having a little bumpy path with YouTube right now. Anyway, Chris Young bought a coffee mug, and he sent me a mug shot. He took a picture with the mug, and I appreciate it. Anyone, if you watch this back or whatever, I appreciate if you buy a shirt or a coffee mug, send me a picture. It would mean the world to me. Let me take a sip. What do you call a jockey that's never had a blowjob? Headless horseman. Donald Trump is going to be arraigned tomorrow, and they're making a big deal because they said there's never been a president, arrested before. And I posted it, David, you saw it. Ulysses S. Grant actually got arrested for going too fast in the horse and buggy. So there you go. April 6th, David and Kim. April 6th is the opening day for the Baltimore Orioles. And Budweiser is releasing a limited edition Baltimore Orioles can. Where do you get your jokes? Liam, that's a good question. I get them. People send me jokes. I had a young man on Facebook this week. Actually, it was on Instagram. That out of nowhere, I didn't know who he was. He sent me a thing, and he started sending me jokes. And I get a lot from people. I obviously know a lot. I do a lot. Liam, it's for me. Like I have a joke I'm going to do a little later that I call a Scotty T joke that is just perfect for my delivery and the way I. There's some jokes I just won't do, but yeah, Liam, that's a good question. I get them from everywhere, and I guess I'll get into it, Liam, because what I'm finding now, I'm going back and doing these joke reels, and some people, one person wrote it, that was a masterpiece, and not to sound arrogant, but when I put it together, I really thought that it was, just perfect from start to finish, and I'm really finding that refining what I'm doing, I have 4,000 jokes up. So why wouldn't I go back and call them and do them right? So yeah, I'm working on it. Anyway, the Orioles open up April 6th. Budweiser, new cans, and I have to laugh because I'm an Orioles fan. I go way back to when the Orioles had 420 game winners, and my dad used to take me to Memorial Stadium, and we'd see doubleheaders. And but I had to laugh. I think it was Saturday. I saw some highlights, and the Orioles were winning, and it was a routine fly ball, and the guy just dropped it. I said, well, there we go. What a way to start. What is an alcoholic's least favorite part of a baseball game? Bottom of the fifth. A Baltimore man from Hagerstown. David, I guess this is all for you and Kim. A Hagerstown, Maryland man is facing up to 5 years in prison. because he called his ex-girlfriend 815 times in 2 days. Besides calling her, he sent thousands of texts, and he went on Facebook and Instagram and different places and posted all this nasty stuff. Even though I'm a Jays fan because I'm Canadian. Oh, great, Liam. Hey, I love baseball. I love baseball. It's good to have back. They got new timers and everything. But yeah, this guy in Baltimore, he called this woman 815 times in 2 days. And I made a joke. I said, it's only 400 a day. But last night I was laying there thinking, well, 400 times. And if you're only awake, say, how many, just constantly. God almighty. Did you hear there's a new book called My Exposed Penis? It's out now. Gerald Johnson is a priest from Michigan. And Gerald said he had a heart attack and he went to hell. And when I saw this, instantly, I said, oh, I have to share this, because what is a priest going to hell for? What he maybe, but the best is, and I didn't read the article till today, but when he went to hell, he apparently he died and he went to hell. There was Rihanna music playing, Umbrella, and also Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Hey, my brother Ed's here. I there's so many intricacies to that story. A priest has a heart attack and dies, and somehow he goes to hell. Well, what did you do while you were here, Bubba? The older boy or what? Yeah, the best was the comments when I posted it on Reddit. People were just crazy over the Rihanna music and Bobby McFerrin, and oh my God. Last week, this is true. Last week after the live, I went in the room and the iHeart Music Awards was on. And I watched, Keith Urban was good, LL Cool J did rap, but they kept showing Pink in the front with her two little daughters. And like that, and I don't know who the artist was, she got up and she started to rap, and she had a shirt that said "Future MILF." And they kept showing Pink's daughters. And all I kept thinking was, hey, mommy, what's future MILF mean? Oh, man, I love fudge. Her little girl sitting there, future MILF. I could not get over it, because CBS showed it like 3 times. They showed Pink and her little girls, and up there's on the stage, future MILF. I had to bring it up because I said, when I see stuff like that, I told my brother Ed all the time, I love when I can laugh, when I see things. And I thought, is CBS really showing a girl with a future and Pink's little daughter sitting there? Britney Spears and Sam Asghari may be heading for a divorce. And I'm shocked because I thought, oh, CBS, my God, Liam, wait to. But Britney Spears and Sam Asghari may be getting a divorce. And, they were apparently, and I just caught this yesterday or something, that Britney went on vacation without him and they both don't have their wedding rings on. And I thought that they were going to be a happy couple. And I'll tell you why I thought this. Because I was a follower of Britney Spears on Instagram for a while. And all I ever saw was her spinning around in a circle, spinning around, spinning around, spinning around. And I thought, this woman's batshit crazy. But when I heard Sam said, yeah, I'm the guy that films it, match made in heaven. You two are meant for one another. I I have done several minutes about Britney Spears think tankery. And I don't feel too bad because even Saturday Night Live a while back did a spoof of Britney Spears. It was just a girl spinning around in a circle. And just so we're clear about this, I'm not I'm not punching down on Britney Spears. It upsets me because she has a couple of children and she's such a shit parent. That's why I got rid of her on Instagram because all she did was post these nude photos and stuff. And I thought, you pig, you little pig, you got two sons. Speaking of being a bad parent, when do you know you're a bad parent? When you let your 15-year-old daughter smoke in front of her kids. Evelyn Miller, a woman from Australia. Mr. Safety, hey buddy, I finally remembered to show up. Mr. Safety, there's another guy. We go way back. My goodness. Mr. Safety, you were going to do a YouTube channel, but people were mean to you. I don't mean to laugh. Oh my God, no, it's not for you, Mr. Safety. Don't. If you're worried about it being mean to you, boy, I get that all the time. Um, Last week, David and Kim, and it's funny to me how comedy to one person is one thing. Liam, it's to you, Mr. Safety, and David. It's David said last week how last week's show was so good and I was so on point. And I have times that one guy was mean. Yeah, he was saying I was his gay lover, but I got a girlfriend. It's funny to think of. Yeah. Mr. Safety, that what you just wrote right there is so on point. If you're online, you can expect to read anything that they will say, and people will write anything to you. and, and I'll get back to it because Liam, you asked about it. I'll just touch on it now. These joke reels I'm doing, which I really like putting them together and finding. I do like 20 jokes and then I call it down to ones I throw out and I put on. But it's funny to me how I post it in one place and it doesn't do crap. But yet over on funny videos, our funny videos subreddit on Reddit, it every time, every reel, 250 upvotes, thousands of views, 18 comments saying how great it is. I love dad jokes. These are the best. I, I love those people. Where are you? Our funny videos. I do a shout out to them. Chris Young. Hey, there's my buddy Chris. Chris sent me a mugshot. God bless Chris, man. And here, since I'm off on tangents tonight, I'm all over the place. Chris, the greatest part about Chris, and I'm ashamed of this, it's just I'm so busy between Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, Reddit, everywhere I'm trying to promote this channel. Chris was following me on Instagram, bought a coffee mug, and I just started following him last week. I felt like such a shit. Chris, you have my most, it took me a while to figure out how to get in the chat. Hey, Chris, I got to tell you, I have never felt worse because Chris went and bought a coffee mug and apparently really likes what I do. And I wouldn't even follow him. Chris has one of the best alcohol collections. Chris, I want to come to your house and drink. I want to come and have some fun. Total blackouts here. Oh my goodness. There's another guy doing great stuff. Let me see what Mr. Say. Well, absolutely okay. Well, not for me. It really got creepy because he was saying, oh, Mr. Safety, we could go on all night. I had someone that knows me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're the worst, Mr. Safety. Total blackouts. Great to have you here. I'm so happy that your channel is blowing up. He's doing wonderful stuff. But I'm going to segue back because let me take a sip. My shrine to alcoholism. Yeah, my liver's twitching. Last week, we had so many laughs about this rectum therapy that Gwyneth Paltrow does. I didn't know anything about it. And this story is so similar because I don't understand it. I just saw it today. and I shared it on Facebook and I shared it on Twitter. And her name is Evelyn Miller. She's a 31-year-old woman from Australia. And she says, well, she does. She has two vaginas, one for her husband and one for her work. Rectum therapy. My toilet needs that. Mr. Safety, you should have been two vaginas, one for her husband and one for work. Now, it turns out she's an only fans only model. So she does. And so the one vagina, and again, I really don't understand. Here's as much as I understand about having two vaginas. She said she had to be careful because she couldn't get pregnant at two different times. So apparently she's got two separate, which then again, anyone can help me out. Yeah, Liam. In other words, when she pees, does she have like a sprayer? What the hell? There are so many questions I have about two vaginas. And then she has the gall to say, one of them's for my husband and one of them is for my work. She has one urethra. Total blackout. I'm serious, man. You got to read it. I posted it. You saw it probably on Twitter today. I two vaginas. I'm sad that actually it's total blackout. You took the words right out of my mouth. But total blackout, since you know about it, does that mean that like she's got two appendages there, two sets of flaps? What's black and sits at the top of the staircase? A disabled person after a house fire. I saw this week, and I don't do TikTok. I never will do TikTok, never in my life. You know, it's just now coming to light how China is spying and all this, but I just won't do it. It's not me. I don't think the world needs that. But I saw this TikTok bucket challenge, and they showed kids at Lowe's, at Home Depot. But it fit. I can't stop, Mr. Safety. I just can't. But this TikTok bucket challenge, if you haven't seen it, imagine you're standing at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, and some kid comes up and just takes a bucket and shoves it over your head. And they showed footage. You know, again, I couldn't imagine you doing TikTok dance, Mr. Safety. Either can I. But getting back to this TikTok bucket challenge, I don't think it's going to end well. There's going to be some guy, you know, like me, you know, people that are hot wired. If I'm standing in a store and someone comes up and shoves a bucket over my head, I'm going after the little prick. I'm going to get him. Last thing they would do. Chris, he took the words out of my mouth. I would, oh my God. And then today I saw another one, a TikTok pickle challenge where they're shoving pickles on their face to make their skin younger. I can't make this shit up. What did the shy boy say to the pretty girl? Nothing. Why did the nail have a headache? Chris, why? Why did the nail have a headache? It was hammered. I'm going to take a break for a second. Is what a crime, Liam? Someone just got hurt. What? Being hammered? No, Liam. I'm interested. Is what putting a bucket over somebody's head? No, it's not a crime. But you know, again, I think the problem I have with a lot of these, you know, comedian things or comedy things I see, they're so set up. And you know the kid that's shoving the bucket over someone's head, there's another kid there filming it. Oh, because it'll go viral on TikTok. And yeah, but you just got the shit kicked out of you by that guy that beat you over the head with a box. Is that what, Liam, the bucket challenge? No, it's like I said, it's just at what price? It's like I have what, over 4,400 videos, and I expose myself. I chose to do that. But yet, Mr. Safety, you just said it. We don't need. Scotty T's first TikTok. Hey, kids. The world does not need that. I can spin it around. Oh, let's move on. This one, maybe you guys saw it, maybe did. Joanne Segovia, 64-year-old grandmother, San Jose, California, got arrested. She's been selling fentanyl out of the house. And not just fentanyl, but other drugs. I think everyone has seen that too many times. Nobody would believe by now, you'd think. Anyway, Joanne Segovia, 64 years old, a grandmother, and she's been getting packages since 2013 from all these places, Taiwan, all these places, sending her drugs, and she's farming them out. 64-year-old grandmother, and all the neighbors and stuff are saying, she like the lady would hand out cookies. I can't believe this. And I guess that's why I chose to talk about it for a second. I saw it this morning. I said, I don't want to do it. But that is what the world has become. My neighbor and I talk about it all the time. There literally is nothing. I don't think there's anything that I could see on the news or on the internet that would surprise me. If it's like a kid going into, hey, Joker's here. Oh, my goodness, Joker. You just made my night. Joker's, boy, a nice batch of folks been with me. Liam, Joker, Mr. Safety. It's so great to know that I've touched people's lives to a certain degree. Like Chris, for you to buy a coffee mug, I must have touched your life somehow. And that's why I'm doing it. That's why I continue to do it. I continue to try to hone my act and make it funny and do stuff that's good. Not TikTok, throw a bucket over somebody's head or do stupid shit. If you have to resort to sight gags and stuff like that, then that's not. I always say what comes out of my mouth is important. If I have good jokes, like Chris, I'm going to do it again because Chris, you laughed at it. And I thought it was a great joke. And again, right now, YouTube's being funky with me. But did you hear about the blonde that broke her nose in the steering wheel? She tried to blow the horn. It's not a day I'm not grateful for you, all your encouragement. Hey, thank you, Dave. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I have another friend, Corey, from Corey's comedy channel. He's been doing it 3 years as well as I have. Corey has 700 subscribers. He actually is taking a break from it for a bit because he got really hurt. Kind of like you, Mr. Safety, where he was going to do it. But Corey's coming back, and he's been really helpful to me in inspiring me and saying pivot and, the hell with the subscribers. Not that I'm grateful to everyone that subscribes and I'm grateful to anyone that buys a coffee cup, anyone that does a like or comment. It's like here tonight after we go, please do a like and write a comment. I know it seems like a pain in the ass, but it's the only way that I'm going to screw with those algorithms. Again, I'll get off this rant. I'm going to do two jokes and wrap it up. But there is no way in this world that over on Facebook, where I have 200 followers and a couple hundred friends, that every reel I'm putting up is going over a couple hundred views, some 1,000, and yet on YouTube, 19, 20, 8, yet I have almost 10,000 subscribers. David, I'll do it again just for you. K2C, we got a damn situation, you asshole! Somebody, there's a rooster loose in the hen house, for God's sakes. Yeah, and total blackout. Hopefully, you will never experience it, or any of you that do YouTube. That there's, it's like the Wizard of Oz, with this man behind the curtain, pulling the numbers, and they can say, uh, you had 8 views, yet you had 8. I'll give you one last example, because I believe in total transparency. I've been doing this. This is what, 56 weeks I've been doing these, and I believe in being honest. And I don't give a shit if Google, YouTube likes it or not. But last night, I think not the night before, I put up a joke, and also put up a joke reel. And I checked it before I went to bed. And in 1 hour, that short had 1,600 views. So in 1 hour, 1,600 people viewed that short. And do you know, I got up in the morning and it was still at 1,600. Rufus puffs his back, and Rufus, I believe when you say you talk to your neighbors a lot. Rufus right now saying, I'm glad I don't live next to Scotty T. Rufus, I talk to everybody, man. Did you see I started doing more going out and about. And you'll see more of that, in front of the Domino's, in front of the supermarket. I'm going to try to vary it a little. My version of TikTok is what it is, Mr. Safety. That's what it's going to boil down to. By moving around a little bit and trying to do jokes. In front of Domino's, I'm going to do pizza jokes. In front of the supermarket, I'm going to do supermarket jokes. It does happen to you too, Liam, on your channel. Is that what you're saying? It's hard for me to, tie everything together. Let me do one of these 2 jokes. What's more fun than watching a woman wrestle? Seeing her box. I got one terrible joke before we go. Yeah, Liam. And you know what Liam does, in all honesty, it's like total blackout painting. And I don't know if any of you do have channels, please tell me and I'll subscribe and like and try and help you guys out. But, Liam, I see Liam does top quality edits, top quality videos. And if he's experiencing, I know, Dave, you've had some total blackout, some numbers that are askew. You know how one video is 2,100 views and the next one 300. Where did they go? What happened to them? Where did this? It makes no sense to me. I mean, what I'm doing is pretty much standard, old school Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, doing jokes, and I'm not going to vary from that. And either it's going to go or it's not. And so far, knock on wood, I'm very blessed to have all of you here. Let me do. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's here. I want to make sure. Do one at the Dairy Queen. I can do that. I'm going to do this last joke, but let me make sure. I'm going to put on my glass. I don't need to. Make sure. My brother Ed was here. David, Kim, thank you. Liam Hodgins, thank you. Mr. Safety, I'm so glad to have you back. Chris, again, thank you for the mug shot. I'm so grateful. Total blackout. Again, who was it down here? Joker, man, good to have you back. Golly, I miss Joker. Joker's such a great guy. And Rufus Puffs, this is the second time I've seen you. I don't know what your often I can say. Thanks for your jokes and fun, Chris. That's what it's all about. I had somebody say to me today something, and it's listen. I haven't made a penny doing this, maybe a few cents here or there trying to sell some mugs, but it way offset the amount of money I've spent trying to make this work. And just to hear somebody say, you made me laugh. I love your jokes. And, I don't think people realize how important. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass to comment, but yeah, it really will help. And especially with YouTube pulling the levers back there, eventually, like with these joke reels, I'm confident that these joke reels, because I'm editing them and doing them right and calling over the jokes, They won't be able to stop me. There's no stopping your comedy minute. Let me leave you with this last joke. It's a terrible joke, but I'm going to do it. What's the best thing about if a prostitute dies when you're having sex? You get your money back, and the second hour is free. Oh, you can't. You put your videos to. Yeah, Joker. You know what? Just everybody's little bit that helps. Everybody that can comment. If I know it seems mundane, let me just finish because I know I'm running along here. But you have never seen me in the early days when I first started this. Hey, subscribe, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that like button. You don't see that shit from me. I'm not going to beg for you to subscribe. I'm not going to beg for you to like it. I'm not going to beg for you to leave a comment. I'm going to ask you nicely. I'm going to say please. But I don't like those videos, and you see them where they start with, hey, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button. If it's good enough, you'll subscribe and you'll like, right? My videos that do the best, they get the most comments, right? No, guaranteed. And that's why it's important. And I can't stress enough to each and every one of you that does like me and does support me, leave a comment. It's amazing how, Chris Young comes from Instagram. I don't know if you were aware of my YouTube channel, but it's, because my feeling is what happens if YouTube, I want to have other avenues to expose my stuff via Reddit, via Facebook, via Twitter, Instagram. I have 1,000 followers on Twitter. There's a woman there that the joke reel, and that's the stuff that keeps me going. I got up in the morning and she retweeted it and said, this was funny. This made me laugh. And so whether YouTube gives me numbers or not, I couldn't, because I know at the end of the day, just like you, Total Blackout, or Liam, if you put out quality product. And I know when I'm putting out quality product, and I know when I'm a few too many clanks. Anyway, I hope you had a good time tonight. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Buy a shirt, buy a coffee mug, and please like and comment. Have a good night. I'll see you guys real soon.